Welcome to Dan's On Fandoms. I'm Dan. In the Season 1 finale of The Mandalorian, Moff Gideon is seen cutting his way out of a downed TIE fighter with the Darksaber. This scene has led to much speculation as to how Moff Gideon acquired the ancient lightsaber, and with Season 2 right around the corner, I figured it'd be a good time to do a little speculation on how the Imperial Moff might have gotten his hands on the Mandalorian saber. For starters, what's the deal with the Darksaber, and why is it significant? Well, the Darksaber was an ancient and unique black-bladed lightsaber created by Tar Vizsla, the first Mandalorian ever introduced into the Jedi Order prior to 1019 BBY. After Vizsla's death, the Darksaber was kept in the Jedi Temple for safekeeping, but members of House Vizsla stole the saber in a conflict with the Jedi during the fall of the Old Republic. From that point on, the Darksaber was passed down generation to generation by the members of House Vizsla. In Mandalorian culture, the Darksaber was respected as a symbol for the leadership of House Vizsla. And, according to Mandalorian custom, one could only obtain the Darksaber by defeating the previous owner in combat. Now that we know a little bit about the Darksaber, who was last seen in canon with it prior to Moff Gideon? That'd be our homegirl Bo-Katan Kryze in Season 4 of Star Wars Rebels, which took place in 1 BBY. After Sabine Wren acquired the Darksaber, she passed it along to Bo-Katan, hoping that Bo-Katan's skills as a leader and warrior, coupled with her possessing the saber, could reunite a splintered Mandalore and bring her people together to topple Imperial rule over them. After that point, the Darksaber wasn't seen again in canon until Moff Gideon appeared with it. So, how exactly did Moff Gideon acquire the ancient saber? There's a few possibilities as to how the Imperial Moff might have obtained the saber. Since Bo-Katan was last seen with the Darksaber, it stands to reason that, at some point during her fight against the Empire, she and Moff Gideon could have crossed paths, and that's when he acquired the saber. Gideon was an ISB officer, which is basically like the Empire's Gestapo, so he could have acquired the saber from Bo-Katan one of a few ways. He and Bo-Katan could have dueled, and, after defeating Bo-Katan, he would have been able to acquire the saber, as is the Mandalorian custom. Gideon could have also acquired it if Bo-Katan was captured by Imperial forces and the Darksaber was confiscated from her. As an ISB agent, he could have had access to items the Empire confiscated from Bo-Katan and could have snatched it that way. Additionally, there's always the possibility that my homegirl Sabine Wren reacquired the Darksaber from Bo-Katan or a different Mandalorian at some point and then lost it to Moff Gideon. In either scenario, this sets up the possibility for Bo-Katan and or Sabine Wren to appear in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, which has been a rumor circulating for some time now. There's also the possibility that someone other than Bo-Katan and Sabine had the Darksaber prior to Moff Gideon, so there's a lot of possibilities to explain how Gideon got his hands on the ancient weapon. Most likely, Gideon probably acquired the Darksaber during the Great Purge, which was an event where the Empire nearly wiped out Mandalorians and gathered their Beskar, forcing the surviving Mandalorians to operate in secrecy. There's a 9-year window from when Bo-Katan was last shown with the Darksaber in 1 BBY to its reappearance in the hands of Moff Gideon in 9 ABY, so there's a slew of possibilities as to how Gideon acquired the ancient Mandalorian lightsaber, and it'll be interesting to learn how exactly the Imperial Moff got his hands on it. Hopefully, this is something we'll learn in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. But how do you guys think Moff Gideon acquired the Darksaber? Let us know down in the comments. Want more Star Wars content? Check out some of our other videos. Please like and subscribe, and stay nerdy.